I'm Ryan,
I'm Julie.
and this is the Stories We Leave You. Okay, so back for, I almost said season 2, episode 2.
Part 2 of our story.
Mm-hmm.
So
I have moved to St. Louis.
at this point, we're broken up. You
tried to go back, but my mom stopped me.
Yeah.
She stiff-armed me.
So you're in St. Louis. I'm in
Thanks, Mom.
Springfield. Yeah.
We're basically doing our own thing, but still talking.
Still talking. We're still trying to be friends.
I remember at one point I told you, I was like, you can talk to me about stuff, and like you were dating this guy, and you're like, isn't that weird for you? Like, you didn't want to hurt me any more than you had.
Yeah.
And I told you that's where the whole masochist thing kicks in, because I'm like, no, sure, we can be friends. And I'm just like, oh, this sucks balls. But like, I basically was waiting for you, but not closing myself off to other opportunities, even though I wasn't like really looking for anything else. It was just like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to like let this sizzle on the back burner and be there for you. Let's be friends. And
so hold on. Because so you moved, it was probably about June. I got a teaching job. So my first year of teaching, you and I were back together by the time I started teaching.
God damn it.
We did a bad job.
We did a very bad job, but we also went to Pride Float that summer. That's when it was. That was it. That's when it was later in July still.
Yeah.
Well, and I was already talking to somebody else.
Oh, you're talking about what's her face?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that bitch.
Okay, we're going back there.
Yes, we're going back there. June, you move out. You're living in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm living in Springfield.
Mm-hmm. Talking to our own people, living our lives, not really sharing with each other.
Yes.
But still talking.
July, we go to Pride Float.
Mm-hmm. Naturally.
We hook up.
Duh.
We must have gotten back together some point.
Kinda, I
guess. Probably that weekend. And by the time August started, so I got my first teaching job.
Idiots. We had just broken up and we're like, oh, we're going to be able to do long distance.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I start teaching in August.
We rebounded with ourselves.
Yes.
Or with each other.
We sure did. Yeah,
I started teaching.
I started teaching in August. We're back together. It was like a month maybe into me teaching. Another special education teacher got flirty.
Shocking.
But nothing had happened yet. We went out. It was supposed to be 3 or 4 of us going out that night. Someone ended up not being able to go. And then our other friend, like our little trio, she canceled and had something else. And it ended up just being the 2 of us. Nothing was planned. I had not planned. I got very drunk and he ended up coming back to my apartment. Like, I was pretty drunk. It's probably a good thing someone walked me back to my apartment. And things happened. And I broke up with you the next day because I was like, okay, whoa, I cannot like...
Weren't you like meeting him at the park?
Yeah, because it was like, I had a dog at that point and I was walking the dog. So him and I met up to walk dogs and
I remember that conversation.
Talk about what had happened.
I'm like, something you're breaking up with me.
Because I told him, and I like told him, I'm like, yeah, I'm in a relationship with someone, like that should not have happened. And so I just broke things off with you.
I had to force it out of you. Let's just be honest. Yeah, I'm re-pissed at you. Because you didn't have, and I mean, it's just part of your personality, but you didn't have the balls to say, we shouldn't be together.
Yeah.
We made a mistake. You kept lying about things
because
I had to like force it out of you and be like, okay, you're not telling me something. And
and I didn't want to hurt you, but we also still had not taken that time apart.
Yeah.
For me to go on my own and get to know myself, for us to be apart.
For you to be a big old slut.
Yeah, just whatever you want to call it. But
yeah. So, I mean, looking back, it was like, oh, joke was on us for thinking we could be together.
Yeah.
Like, it was stupid. I mean, I don't know. Reliving it right now, I'm just like, okay, the first red flag, second red flag.
Yeah.
Third, like, yeah.
So this starts what I call my Twilight phase because I didn't really date that guy, but we hung out. His name was Edward. And then I dated that really nerdy guy.
I did not even put that together until right now.
That's why I always refer to it as Twilight.
Well, I thought it was just because of Jacob.
No, it was Edward and Jacob.
It was Ed, and he
If
was dumb.
if my name
He
was
was
Bella, that's the only thing that needed to change. So the Jacob guy, I think I called him the wrong name. Jacob was the teacher. We hung out off and on. It was never anything serious. And then I found Edward on like a dating site. And he was really nice.
Mind you, I knew who he was because he was my leasing manager when I
Oh yeah, he
lived
owned the
when we first
apartments.
met. Yeah, and I was like, okay.
He was very nice. He was not my type,
No.
but it was, I just needed to explore things.
Sure.
And so I explored some things.
Mhm.
But then that's also the time Jealous Julie came out because you also started to explore.
Yeah, and again, all wrong for me, but I was just having fun, whatever, not being serious with anyone. But yeah, you were super jealous. So like going down to Springfield, hanging out with people, obviously, yes, we're gonna see each other. I was staying at your apartment. I didn't have anywhere else to stay, but also when you're broken up with someone, it's way more fun and all of a sudden you're attracted to each other again.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so it was like, okay, fine, like I'll stay at your apartment, but I'm also gonna go see this other person as well. Because I think I tried staying at Turbo's house
Yeah, and I
once,
I
and
think you would not completely tell me. You would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go hang out with friends,"
I'm pretty sure I told you I was like going to Target
and then I would find out that you, like,
once.
met up with her, and I was like,
What? Yeah, 'cause she lived right across from Target. It was easy.
"That's disgusting."
But also it's like, okay, I don't need to tell you, but also like it was a weird gray
Yeah,
area.
that's the same stuff I did with you.
Yeah, but we were
Yeah.
broken up, so it was okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, like things could move forward, but I was also putting up barriers because of what we went through in such a short amount of time, but also she was super sketchy and still
Uh,
talking to
that would
her
be
ex.
I
So
feel
I'm
like
just
she was
like,
kind of icky. I'm glad that you didn't
well, yeah, I mean, it
stick
was
things out with her.
strictly like, hey, I'm like, why not have fun
Yeah.
for right now? And then that broke off, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like, I think it was like no more going back and forth, whatever. But jokes on me. It was sometime in the fall or
It was in
winter.
December.
I remember it being cold.
Yeah, it was December. We went out to dinner with my friend Lana, and she brought a friend with her,
Hmm.
and you and the friend was very much flirty with you, and I was
I
like,
This was the like
"Excuse me."
this is the greatest episode ever because it's so like our getting together story is just so classically like Netflix special limited series
Yeah.
because it starts off with the movie that how we got together, but then like this episode of Ryan and Julie is the four of us are hanging out at a restaurant, eating, having a ball. We start obviously interrogating this new person that our friend brings to lunch. And Julie, the not current girlfriend of Ryan, decides to ask what her type is and this and that. And she's basically describing me
Mhm.
personality wise, physical wise. And you had the balls to say, so basically Ryan. And it got awkward, but like her and I like kind of sparked and hit it off.
You're both
And
kinda like, "Yeah,
yeah,
actually."
pretty much. And Julie got all jealous. I mean, yeah.
And I think we went to a party.
It was her house, I think, her apartment. Because I remember talking to her in her kitchen, and her kitchen was like 50s pink, I
Mhm.
remember. Had a theme to it. But I remember thinking like, "Oh, like I could see myself dating this person. Like she's cool. I really like her. She seems to like me." And again, new territory because you're the only person that had been interested in me and I had a relationship with. So I was like, "Oh, this is fun. Let's try this." So I nothing happened with her. We just talked because again, fucking live in St. Louis and she lives in Springfield. So like I could not break ties with Springfield. I wasn't meeting anybody in St. Louis because I had no network of
Mhm.
anyone. No friends. Well, I mean, I had friends, but like no gay friends, no
Yeah.
community. My whole community is still in fucking Springfield.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah. And then you started figuring out your shit and what you
So
wanted.
what I remember is that it was Christmas break, and I think that's why we had gone to the party. It was like a holiday
I
party.
remember a lot of people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you had gone I think you'd gone back to St. Louis. I was house sitting for one of my teacher friends, while she was on vacation. And I remember I locked myself in the apartment and, like, didn't see anybody for a couple of days. I don't think I even talked to anybody for a couple of days, and I was just, like, really going over in my head, "What do I want? Why am I so upset by this?" Because it was like, I can't get in the way of Ryan being with someone if I'm not, like, committed to being with you.
Hey, you had told me you're like, "We're not getting back together."
So I had to, like, figure my shit out. I didn't wanna keep stringing you along and, like, breaking off these relationships with people if I wasn't gonna commit to you, like, that was completely unfair. And so I think I ended up meeting up with one of my friends, and we went and, like, saw a movie and had dinner, and I remember talking to her about it, and it was just like, yeah, I have to, like, figure my shit out.
Mhm.
And after that, we ended up getting back together because I was like, "No, I'm ready. I wanna be together. I wanna be committed."
Very, very late. But we were talking on the phone, and I told you I'm not jumping back into anything with you unless you are in it to win it. I said, if we're getting back together, my plan is to not break up again.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I still loved you. I wanted to be with you. At this point in time, since I was in St. Louis, I was like, okay, I'm not looking just to like date. I'm looking to have a future with someone. But I also said that if we were going to get back together, I was not moving back. And that if you were serious and wanted to be with me, it was gesture
Mhm.
of your commitment was to move to St. Louis. I did not ask you to move. I did not force you to move. I said if you wanted to be with me, then I'll be with you. And I was prepared for you to be like, I don't know. I'm not ready to move because that was one of your fears.
Yeah.
So like
I think it took a little time. I
I
had to think
knew
about it.
I knew what you had to work out, and I was prepared for the worst and hoping for the best, but I really was in that spot where it's like I was taking control of me and my life.
Yeah, and I think it was
The rest is history.
I had to think about it a little bit because, yeah, it was a really uncomfortable feeling for me. I was scared of, like, getting out of my comfort zone, and I was like, "Man, I just started this teaching job, and I'm gonna have to find another teaching job."
And I remember telling you, like, there are plenty of opportunities here to teach. That happened, and you moved up, what, the next summer?
Yeah, when my lease was up.
Oh my goodness. A lot of moving.
Mhm.
I remember I
It's
helped
what you do in your 20s.
Yeah, I remember I helped you. I drove down with my Jeep and packed up almost all of your shit in my Jeep. I remember asking you, I'm like, "You have not left yet." And as much as that would suck, I needed you sure. And at that point, like, marriage was off the table because you didn't know if you ever wanted to be married again, but you
Mhm.
wanted to start a life with me and see where that went. But yeah, pretty much after you moved up here, it was like, "All right, we're good."
Yeah, it was like I just had to go through whatever that mental stuff I was going through where, like, it just wasn't clicking in my brain to be in a committed relationship at that point, and it's like, once I decided maybe it's because you gave not like an ultimatum necessarily, but you were like, "Look, I can't, like, keep doing this. We need to make some decisions." After that point, it was like I had to make that decision, and it was like,
Well,
"Okay."
I didn't give you an ultimatum. Again, very few times in my life, I actually set clear
You I was
boundaries.
gonna say you put up a boundary.
I put up a boundary because they were so diluted and skewed and not even there
Yeah,
when we were going through that. My first step was to move
yeah,
because I knew being in the same city was not going to be healthy, but also I wanted to move and I was no longer committed to being in a partnership with you. So I took it as like I'm free. I suck, but I'm free. I can go wherever I want. And I did that, but then I had to put even more barriers or boundaries up because we kept bouncing back and forth. And that's no fault of anybody's. I'm that type of person that likes to be in painful situations for selfish reasons and whatever. I've always been that person.
well, and it's hard
But
when, it's easy to be on the outside and be like, "They treat you like shit, break up with them. They cheated on you, break up with them." But when you're in it, it's hard because if you really do love the person, you really do have feelings for them, and it's like you've built this relationship, this life together, it's hard just to like, "Nope, we're
I
just."
mean, looking back though, it's like, again, more opportunities for criticism because we weren't together that long.
Yeah,
But like when you have a connection to somebody, there's no clock on how big that connection is going to be. And looking back, it's like, oh my gosh, you guys were like only together a year.
Yeah.
Some would say some relationships you don't know the other person at all. And yet we went through so much crap.
Well,
Could have been avoided if you got divorced. We're single, lived by yourself. I figured out me, you figured out you, but I don't know if we'd be together.
yeah.
But
Well, I pushed you away and you kept coming back.
and I set you free. You flew back to me.
Like a little butterfly.
Little butterfly.
It was kind of like a butterfly moment. It's like I was a weird little caterpillar. I had to go through my cocoon stage.
A lot. Ugh.
Yeah, it was a really rocky beginning. Honestly, if I was giving someone advice who was in the same position, I'd be like, you guys should not be together.
Like,
you guys should break up.
oh, back then.
Yeah, back then.
I'm like, now?
Like, if one of our kids goes through a relationship like that, like, yeah, I'm probably going to be like, ooh. I think these are red flags.
I feel like we,
It shouldn't be this hard.
like, the fact that we're still together in society is shocking.
Yeah.
Because we shouldn't be, based on all the books and movies and TV shows.
Well, and people have that opinion of once a cheater, always a cheater.
Mm-hmm.
And I cheated on you twice. So it's like people could definitely say that about Ish. Yeah. I mean, I broke up with you right after that one. So it was barely.
I had an emotional cheating blip.
Yeah.
But
so, and you know my opinion on cheating. Like, we all have the potential in the right circumstances. Again, I do not excuse myself. It was very bad. They were very bad choices, and I should not have done that to you.
I will say, with my emotional infidelity, it was very difficult in my brain to not try and justify making it a physical. Because once you go there, you can't undo it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's hard when you're in a relationship and you're comfortable with each other and maybe you're not, like appreciating each other as much. You're not as affectionate as you used to be because life happens. Yeah, attention comes from outside. Of course, it's tempting to.
It's in every relationship that you have. Who wants to hear constructive criticism from your parents? Nobody. But if your best friend tells you the exact same thing, you appreciate it and you invite it and you're like, man, you just give it to me straight. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
My parents could do the exact same thing. Same with you don't appreciate the people who are around you constantly until you are not offered something else, but like, I don't know. It's like when you hurt the people that are closest to you.
Yeah.
You let your guard down. You're authentically you in front of your...
Well, moral of the story is that
cheating is bad.
Cheating is bad. Relationships are complicated. Love is complicated. Nobody fits in this black and white scenario of you're together, you love each other, that's the end. We are complex human beings. We have emotions and thoughts and things that complicate situations for sure.
I mean, it's kind of gross to say because I talk about this at work a lot. Communicating was key, even if it's scary or hard or like I'm having these thoughts about someone or feelings or this or that. It's like it might hurt the same whether you do it now or later, but talking about it with the person that you're together with, even if it's breaking up, you have to do that together.
Anyway, so that's the story of us. As always, we want to hear your stories. Do you have a rocky relationship? Did you have someone cheat on you? Were you a cheater? But somehow you worked it out and you're together today? Let us hear your stories. So find us on Instagram at The Stories We Leave You. Follow the show, like the show, leave us a rating, and share it with your friends. Until next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.